My Apple Watch just exposed a habit that I didn't realize how much it was wrecking me. Because if you're anything like me, you're sitting way more than you should, and the older you get, the more you actually feel it. I mean, that back pain is legit. And yes, stretching does help, but actually sticking to it, that's the hard part. So I started using this app called Next Stretch, and what makes it different is it doesn't just remind you, it actually makes it easy to do something about it right away. It sends reminders straight to the Apple Watch, and they even include a complication to show your progress for the day. And they make it so easy that it's harder to ignore. Like you can see the last stretch right when you open up the app, and you have this button to stretch now. So all I have to do is hit stretch now, and it gives you the stretch that you want to do next. So it even gives you a little bit of info on what to do and how long to hold it. You can look directly on the watch to see how much time you have left, but it also, if you listen closely, it beeps and vibrates. It gives you the controls on which ones you want it to do, but it does both. So you can count it in your head and you don't have to look at your Apple Watch as you're doing the stretch, which I have personally found to be super useful. But here's the part that actually makes it work. The Apple Watch is what you use day to day, but everything is set up through the iPhone app. And you've got your day right here. As you can see, I've completed 3 stretches of my 5 goals so far. You can see the stretches that you actually have completed. And then down here is the tabs. So you have your stretches, your stats to track, routines that you can customize, and then the settings to fine tune everything. The setup of the app was super simple. It had just a few screens that you go through that you can choose who you want your coach to be, a female or a male, and then you can choose your routine. So they have multiple routines that you can choose from, but you can always change this later as well. I went with the desk worker because that's what I am. I sit at the desk way more than I should. We go ahead and we go to next, and then you can enable your smart reminders. So we go there. You can say if you have an Apple Watch or not, because this will work if you don't have an Apple Watch. The Apple Watch is just a nice addition to make it super simple to actually start those stretches. So I'm going to go ahead and say I do have the Apple Watch, and then you answer if you can touch your toes or not. So we go ahead and get started. And then you have the price. So I want to be upfront. It is a subscription-based system. So you can either pay for 12 months and you get 50% off, or you can pay for a month. So the month is $1.15 a week, where if you pay for 12 months, it's less than $1. Like it's 57 cents a week. So right here, you can also try it for free. I can go ahead and just click restore purchases on this one. But we have down here, like I was mentioning, you can go in and you can change your routine after you've already set it up. You also have your full list of stretches that you can choose from. So I can come in here and just select whichever stretch that I feel like I need. And you can even see and preview the stretch. So that's what your coach is for. So they will actually show you what the stretch is, and that way you have a better idea of what it actually entails. So very nice, very simple app to use. You even get stats built directly into the app. So you can see some days I've missed my stretches, other days I've not completed the 5, other days I've done at least the 5. So this is really nice to see because it gives you a little bit of a progress on how you're doing. And then of course you have the settings where you can set your smart reminders. You can even set it to choose the next stretch for you, or you can have it give you the option for you to choose it. It's really nice. And it also has the audio countdown. So if you use the phone to actually do the stretch, you will get an actual countdown every 5 seconds, I believe. I haven't really used the iPhone app too often, but we're going to go ahead and try it real quick. Oh, so now it's actually playing in my smart glasses, but it said 60 seconds. Let me switch that off to the iPhone speaker.
50.
So there you go. Every 5 seconds, it will give you an update on how long
45.
it goes. I'm going to go ahead and pause this because I don't want to do 2 fake stretches in a video, but you can choose between voice and chime in here, or you can set it in the settings and it will pick that by default every time. And I feel like that audio option is a pretty nice feature to have if you're somebody that wants to use your phone, because you can actually hear the countdown more than just try to count the beeps in your head. So that works out really well for some. But again, for me, the phone is really just the setup process. And the watch is the thing that has really kept me more on track than I think I could be otherwise. So you have the ability to go in here and pick your routine stretches right in here that you've selected on the watch. So even if it gives you that next stretch and you're like, I don't really want to do the next one, I want to pick one that I feel like will work best for me right now, you can still do that right inside the watch app. You don't have to go to the phone for that. I've been using it for a little bit and I've kind of noticed that, it is helping and I am more consistent than I have been with any other app. Now you saw the stats. I'm not hiding anything here. I've not been fully consistent. I missed a couple days here and there. My kids were off for spring break. Excuses, whatever you want to think. But one thing I can tell you for sure is that if I didn't have the app, I wouldn't have done any of these stretches. So it's honestly been a win for me. And if you sit a lot like I do, it's honestly worth trying for a few days and seeing how it feels. There is that free trial. You don't have to pay anything up front. You get, I believe, a week free. And I do have the link for the app down below in the description if you want to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.